Hello everyone, Genki here. And after doing Sword and Shield challenges for over a year, I have finally decided to do a solo starter challenge. And we're starting with none other than Scorbunny. Scorbunny has a 310 base stat total, just like every other starter. However, while we have good base attack and very nice base speed, our 40 base defense and special defense doesn't couple well with our only 50 base HP. Our move list by level up is very short, with our final move being learned at level 36. Also, Flame Charge being our best fire move by level up is a little concerning. By TM, our possible movesets increased by a bunch, with numerous fire moves, both physical and special. We also get a little bit of type coverage with moves like Low Sweep, Gunk Shot, and Electro Ball. For the rules, I can only use Scorbunny in battle. No items in battle, only held items and items outside of combat are allowed. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's begin. For the first hop battle, it's pretty boring, since Wooloo only has tackle, so let's go straight to Scorbunny's stats. I named Scorbunny Bun Bun. He's docile nature, so neutral stat gains. And of course his ability is Blaze, which means while on low health, his fire moves are boosted. We battled Hop outside Professor Manoli's house at level 10, but Hop's whole team were 2-hit KOs. We could not get our Dying Expanse and train in the wall area. We did add a lot of raids this time around, because I feel like we'll need a lot of walls. However, the only useful move we could find at this moment was Low Kick. With Scorbunny at a good level, we go into Motorstoke and attend the Olympic ceremony. Following the ceremony is a battle with Hop. Wooloo is now a one-shot, but Grookey and Rookidee are still 2-hit KOs. Next up is Beat and Galar Mine, and we're having a little bit of trouble. We cannot one-shot his Pokemon, whose second moves are doing quite a bit of damage. But we get this run at level 19, while holding the leftovers. Solosis is a 2-hit KO, but then Gothita gets a crit, taking Bun Bun to only 13 HP. However, our second Flame Charge got a high roll, taking out Gothita. Last is Atena, whose confusion left us on only 3 HP, but is a 2-hit KO. Time for the first gym, but both Gossifleur and Eldegoss were 2-hit KOs. Following the gym is another battle with Hop. We start by setting up Agility, before going for Double Kick. Wooloo, however, survives Double Kick on a Sliver, and hits us with Growl, lowering our attack. Wooloo goes down the next turn, and next is Corvus. We go for our recently obtained Electro Ball, which gets a crit, taking Corvus to red health. Electro Ball is special, so it's not affected by the attack drop. Corvus only hit us with a weak peck before going down. And last is Thwackey, who is at 4K with Flame Charge. Time for one of our biggest hurdles, the second gym. Using a Pasho Berry to weaken water moves, we found out Goldeen is a 2-hit KO. And after some levels, Arcuda is a one-shot. Arcuda's Aqua Jet though leaves us in low health for Dreadnought, who we of course don't one-shot. Time for a little stat grinding. At this point in the game, taking out Stuffles is the best source for attack EVs. We did this for about 15 minutes before deciding to go back to Route 2 to take out Squirvets for HP EVs, but more importantly, Nickets for special defense EVs. Our base special defense is so low that we need the EV trainer to offset that weakness, even if it's just a little. We battled Nessa at level 31. We started off with an agility to raise our speed, as Goldeen does big damage with water force. We decided to go with leftovers for the battle instead of the Pasho Berry. Electro Ball one-shots Goldeen. Next is Arcuda, who gets a crit with the Aqua Jet, but is also a one-shot. Last is Dreadnought. We decided to stall out the Dynamax with 2 max guards and a max flare, which weakens Dreadnought's 1 max geyser that hits us. We exit Dynamax and go for Low Kick, which takes Dreadnought to only a third of its health. Dreadnought then misses its Razor Shell, allowing us to take it out next turn, winning us our second badge. After the gym is the battle of Beat and Galar Mine number 2. But on our second attempt, I replaced Flame Charge with Blaze Kick, which has a high crit rate. I'm pointing that out because our very first Blaze Kick crit one-shot Solosis. Blaze Kick also one-shots Gothita and Hatena, but then Ponyta survived on Slither. Bead used his super potion, but then our next Blaze Kick got a high roll, taking out Ponyta. Next is Marnie and Motorstoke. Against Krogunk, we step agility before one-shotting Krogunk and Scraggy with bounce. Last is Morpeko, who is a crit one-shot with Blaze Kick. Time for the third gym. We start by setting up an agility and a workup, which we had picked up for this battle. And since Bun Bun is fire type, Kabu's Ninetales will go for random moves. Thankfully, so far it has yet to use Will-Wisp. We go for a total of 4 workups before one-shotting Ninetales with bounce. We are already at half health from Ninetales' quick attacks though. Next is Arcanine, who lowers our attack boost with Intimidate, but because Bun Bun is faster, Arcanine goes for agility before we take it to 1/5 of its health with bounce. Arcanine goes down the next turn, and last is Scorch, who is a one-shot with max airstream. We can now go to Hammerlock and head west towards Side. But we're having issues with this artist. His Sudowoodo's Rock Slide one-shots Bun Bun. To legit get past his battle without massive grinding, I went for a weird strategy. In Hammerlock, we can get access to a Focus Sash, an item that protects the user from being one-shot. The artist coughing is an easy one-shot, so we easily make Sudowoodo in full health. We then go for counter, as Sudowoodo's Rock Slide leaves us with 1 HP. Sudowoodo has Sturdy, so our counter also leaves Sudowoodo on 1 HP. However, Bun Bun is faster, so Sudowoodo goes down. We can now go to Side, where we have a battle with Hop. We start by setting up a workup, as Tremor does good damage with Pluck. It's a one-shot with Electro Ball. Silicurbo only used Brutal Swing, so it's a 2-hit KO. Against Flacky, we missed our Blaze Kick, so Knockoff did big damage, but Blaze Kick one-shots Flacky. Last is Toxel, who is also a one-shot. Time for the 4th gym. We lost a few times to Hitmontop, trying to figure out how much to set up. Since Hitmontop has both counter and revenge, which does double damage if Hitmontop gets hit that turn. We eventually find out that 2 workups and balance is the sweet spot that one-shots Hitmontop. But we're in yellow health from a non-boosted revenge. Pangoro and Surfetch are one-shots, and last is Machamp, who is a 2-hit KO. Following the gym is a battle with Bead. However, Solosis is a one-shot after we had missed our first Blaze Kick. Gothrid is a 2-shot, and Ponyta and Hatchram are both one-shots. We're holding the Charcoal to boost Blaze Kick, by the way. Time for the 5th gym, which again required us to go TR hunting. This time for Gunkshaw. Weezing is first, so we go for workup, before Weezing's Sludge takes us to just above half health. I decide to re-equip leftovers for this battle. We go for a second workup, as a second Sludge leaves us on only 10 HP. Weezing, Togekiss, and Mawile are all one-shots. However, Mawile's Intimidate had lowered our attack boost, so Alcremie is a 2-hit KO. We can now go to Hammerlock, where we have a battle with Hop. Against Trevenant, we set up 2 workups, as Trevenant hit us with a Confuse Ray and Shadow Claw. However, we never hit ourselves as we one-shot Trevenant. We miss our Mega Kick against Snorlax, allowing it to set up Stockpile, raising its defense. Mega Kick then lands, but only takes Snorlax to half health, as Snorlax sets up a second Stockpile. A second Mega Kick leaves Snorlax in red health, but Snorlax Body Slam takes us to yellow health. Hop then used his Hyper Potion, as we hit Snorlax with Blaze Kick, despite Snorlax's thick fat ability, hoping for a knockout. Our last 2 Mega Kicks finish off Snorlax. Boltund outspeeds Bun Bun, and takes him the red health with Crunch, but is a one-shot. Rillaboom is a one-shot, and last is Heatmor, who is a 2-hit KO with Bounce. Next up is the 6th gym, but we were an instant one-shot by Barbarico's Razor Shell. So I decided it was time for our next big grind session, and at our current level, we can take out the Machokes on Hammerlock Hill, which give double the attack EVs than the Stuffles. However, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, so I did some rank grinding for EXP candies too. We returned to Gordy at level 60. At our current strength, Low Kick is able to take Barbarico with the red health, and Bun Bun is not a one-shot, so Barbarico goes for Shell Smash, boosting its speed and attack, but lowering its defenses. Barbarica goes down to quick attack. Yes, I gave Bun quick attack at level 60. We set up 2 workups against Shuckle as it does low damage with Stone Edge. It's a one-shot with Blaze Kick. Sojourner is a one-shot and last is Colossal, who is a 2 KO with max level. Following the gym is another battle with Hop. However, after 1 workup, Hop's entire team are all one-shots. We can now go down round 9, where we can pick up the Water Bike. With the Water Bike, we can pick up our best fighting move, Low Sweep. I immediately teach it to Bun, because next up is Marnie. After 1 workup, Lifeheart and Toxicroak are easy one-shots. Scrafty survives Low Sweep, and hits us with Swagger. Marnie then uses her Hyper Potion, but Blaze Kick one-shot Scrafty. Last is Rico, who's also a one-shot. Time for the 7th gym. Scrafty is first, so our attack is down from Intimidate. We then set work up, but Scrafty hits us with the Sand Attack, lowering our accuracy. We constantly switch between Protect and Work Up so we can get extra leftovers recovery as we set up 3 workups, before finally one-shotting Scrafty. Malamar is a one-shot. Against Obstagoon, we went for another workup, thinking Obstagoon would go for Obstruct, but instead we dodge a counter. Low Sweep one-shots Obstagoon, and last is Skunktank, who is also a one-shot. Last is the 8th gym, and this one took many attempts. First off, I was not sure if I should take out Flygon first or Gigalith. While Flygon has Breaking Swipes which can lower our attack, Gigalith has super effective Rock Blast and Sand Tomb. This of course leads to another grind session, but we're going to skip that and get right into this eventual run at level 79. The strategy I found that led to our best success is a first turn Dynamax. Bumbo goes first and takes Gigalith to a sliver with max Knuckle, raising our attack stat. Flygon used his turn to take out Magikarp, so we only take damage from Gigalith, who went for Body Press. We then take out Flygon with another max Knuckle, as Gigalith again used Body Press. We use our last turn Dynamax to take out Sandaconda, and Gigalith has yet to use its super effective moves. Last is Duraludon. Low Sweep one-shots Duraludon, and Gigalith finally uses Rock Blast, which misses so it goes down the next turn. We can now go to Winden to attend the semifinals, where our first opponent is Marnie. However, after 1 workup, her entire team are all one-shots. Next up is Hop. We set up a workup against Double, who set up Cotton Guard. This allows it to survive a Low Sweep, and also it gets a crit with Body Slam, but thankfully no paralysis. Double goes down, and next is Snorlax, who is a one-shot. Pincurchin, Corviknight, and Rillaboom are also all one-shots. We now have the Skull Rose Tower, where we have to battle Oleana. Blaze Kick one-shots Frostlass. Milotic survives Mega Kick, but it only sets up Aqua Ring, so it goes down. Salazzle and Serena are one-shots, and last is Garbodor, who is a 2 KO. We can now start the finals, but first is the battle of Bede. Mawile is first, so our attack is down from Intimidate. We reset the attack drop with 1 workup, before taking out Mawile. Gardevoir and Rapidash are one-shots, and last is Hatterene, who survives Max Flare. This causes Bede to use his Force Store, but the harsh sunlight made our next Max Flare a one-shot. Time for Nessa. And Barraskewda is faster. It also gets a crit, but because it's faster, Electro Ball does not one-shot. We come back a few levels higher. We set up a workup against Golisopod, who went for Swords Dance. It is a one-shot with Electro Ball. Out comes Barraskewda, who we now outspeed in one shot. Seeking survives Electro Ball, but it only sets up Aqua Ring. Nessa then uses her Force Store, but Seeking is still 2 KO. Pelipper is a one-shot, and last is Dreadnought, who is a 2 KO. Next up is B. Hawlucha hits us to almost half health with High Jump Kick, but is a 2 KO with Electro Ball. Falling survives a Blaze Kick, and hits us with Rock Tomb, which lowers our speed. B then uses her Force Store, but Phalanx is still a 2 KO. Grapplock lowers our defenses with Octolock, but is also a 2 KO. Against Surfetch'd, we set up a workup before one-shotting it and Machamp. Last is Raihan. Against Torkoal, we set up 2 workups, as Torkoal took us to below half health with 2 body presses. Mega Kick one-shots Torkoal, Flygon, and Goodra. We then set up a third workup against Turtonator, who took us to only 18 HP with Dragon Pulse before we took it out. Last is Duraludon, who is a one-shot with Max Flare. We now have to battle Chairman Rose, but Blaze Kick completely decimates his entire team. Time for Eternatus. And 2 Mega Kicks easily take it out. Now for Return Max Eternatus. We thankfully survived Max Whirlwind, and our Mega Kick does good damage. By the end of the second turn, Eternatus is at half health. We then ran out of Mega Kicks, so we had to resort to our resisted Blaze Kick. Eternatus goes down to Zamazenta. Finally, it's time for Leon. And Inteleon outspeeds. We already have a difficult time setting up against Aegislash, so this does not look promising. At level 95, we challenged Leon with a moveset of Blaze Kick, Work Up, Protect, and Agility while holding leftovers. While constantly switching between setting up and Protect, we managed to set up 1 Agility and 4 workups. We then hit Aegislash as it used King Shield, which lowered our attack boost, but we set up a 5th workup to get it back. I think Aegislash ran out of King Shields because it stayed in sword form for 3 turns in a row. But then, as we go to attack, it goes for King Shield. Gosh darn it. Now, I'm not going to go much further into this, but just realized I used all 10 of our protects and 7 workups against Aegislash alone before taking it out. Haxorus, Inteleon, Dragapult, and Mr. Rhyme are all one-shots. However, Charizard survives Max Flare. It does big damage with Max Rockfall. Leon then uses his full restore, but it doesn't matter as our next and final Max Flare one-shots Charizard. We beat Pokemon Sword with Only Scorbunny. Thank you to everyone who watched this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.